Hi, Gibaud, Gibaud.com, and today I can say at last a different flash unit. I'm going to show you this. Open the small box, and here is the Neewer Q4. So I'm going to tell you everything that comes in the box and also my opinion about this flash, the features, all that. So let's start. So it comes with a case. I'm going to show you what's in there, but just here on the side I'll put you a small short video to show you the tree I use for recording my videos. It is also by Neewer. I never presented it on my channel. Maybe you would be interested for me to do a video, but it's really so practical. I've got two cameras, I've got the microphone, I could put my computer there, actually I have my notes there, but this is really perfect. I can there's some trolleys, so I bring it to this space from my office there, and this is so practical. So I just wanted to show you that. Okay, so let's open the case. In there you will find the flash itself, as you can see. Okay, and here you have the bulb. Okay, so first negative points. I like the flash, okay, but I like to say the positive and the negative is that to keep it in the case, you always need to remove and place again the light, the bulb. Okay, so well, that's the only negative so far. Okay. What else will you find? You will find a reflector here, also with a cap, so it's well protected. Here you will find a battery, and great thing, there's also space for spare battery. You could actually have 3 batteries, one in the flash and 2 spares here, so that's really positive. This flash can work with batteries or with connected to the wall socket. So it comes with this. That is a charger and also a connection, a power supply in case you don't want to use the battery. So this is really nice. Here you have a grip, to put on the stand. I will set it right now so you can have a look. And here you have a trigger, as you need to trigger the flash, obviously. And here in the top of the case you have a net with a zipper, and here you have some manual instruction and everything you need to know to have it working. So now I'm going to set it on a stand and explain you how it works. Okay, so I'm going to mount it on a light stand. The first thing I'm going to use is this. So you can screw directly in the flash, or easier, more stable, is to place it on the stand first. Okay, you cannot make any mistake because there are two two small pieces of plastic that actually lock in place. It doesn't swivel after. Okay, it's a twist, I should say. Okay, so you just place the screw here, you start tightening the screw here. If I turn the right way, it's better, I think. Okay, it takes a bit of time, that's normal. If you want something to be solid and steady, you need to have some long screw in there. Okay, so now it doesn't move all this. Okay, so your flash is placed on the stand. Okay, that's fine. Now you need to place the bulb. It comes protected, all this, really important. Here you have an external glass. Okay, this is diffuser, but it's so important you don't put your finger in there, because if you put in there, some grease of your finger will end up on the light bulb, and this will, when it warms up, it will probably burn the lamp, okay, because it will overburn. So that's important, don't put your finger in there. Here you have a red dot, here you have a red dot, it's easy, you just push in there, okay, and that's it. So it is placed. You have 2 ways of using this flash. You can use it with the reflectors that comes with it. This is a bow and mount. You just place it, and here you will get the maximum light. Okay, if you don't keep it in the box and you want to leave this mounted in your studio, for example, just place this cap that comes with it. So this is great. In case you want to use a softbox or any kind of modifier, well, simply you mount it here because you have bow and mounts. I will not mount a softbox here because you will not see anything anymore. That will not be practical, but it's easy to use. So now I'm going to show you, because here you also have the trigger that is important to manage the flash. So I'm going to show you how to switch it on and what it does. I will also measure light to know exactly what this light is spitting as light, amount of light, power, I should say. Okay, so let's carry on. By the way, if you want to help me, I can help you too, because I've activated the member area of my YouTube channel. There you will not see any gear, just photography technique, tuition, advice, all this to help you better your photography. So there's a join button just below so you can access exclusive video just for members. Also leave your affiliated links in the description. Thank you so much for using them. Don't forget, if you buy from Luminar, Neo or Aperty, the app they have for skin retouching, portrait, all this, you get a 10% discount with my code ERIC10. 10% extra on top of any offer they have. So you save even more money. Thank you so much, that really helps me. Let's carry on. Okay, before showing how it works, some people just want to know the result, how much light it gives, okay? So let's go for that first. I've get my meter here. I'm going to place it 1 meter away, okay? Let me check the distance right. Okay, I put on ISO 100, and the speed is 100 over 1 over 125 of a second, 1/25 of a second, but it's irrelevant really the speed. What we want to know is how much f-stop it gives us. Okay, so I'm going to be set 1 meter. I check them here. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, okay. Yeah, it gives me f25 as you can see. Okay, f25. So that's fine. Okay, now let's see how fast it recycles. Okay, so let's go for it. Full power. Ready? Okay, yeah, a bit around a second, something like this. Okay, let's go to a quarter of power. Okay, or half power. Let's see. Okay, let's go to a quarter. Okay. Okay, and then if we go down to 1/28 of a second, for example. Okay. Okay, 164. Okay, let's go for it. Really fast. Okay, so no problem now. So now we know the results. Okay, so now we're going to check how this works. Okay, I'm going to show you how it works and a few information, not everything, because it would take ages. So first thing, I was speaking about power just before. They tell us that it is 400 watts, obviously, and the guide number is 72 at 1 meter and ISO 100. Okay, so how do you switch it on? Really easy. You just press this button here. Okay, it says to turn the wheel, and here you are. Okay, I'm going to show this. Okay, so here it's on. 1 second. Okay, and so let's start with the information. Many people need to know the flash duration. At maximum power is 1 over 209th of a second. Okay, this is not too short. Okay, but this is really usual for that kind of flash. Okay, for that price range. At minimum power, this is good. It's 1 over 10,989th of a second. That freezes the action really well. This is why very often people really want to freeze the action. They need a really short flash duration. They pick a more powerful flash and they use it at small power. Many people don't know that, but it's not this flash, but any flash. It's a 400 watts. It doesn't matter if you use it at 1/4 of power or 1/10 of power or 1 full power or 1 over 256 of power. It doesn't matter. It will always spit 400 watts. What will happen is the lighting duration will change. Okay, when you have power, it's just half the speed, half the length of the flash duration. So this is how it works. So it means if you want really short, you put the power down and you get you will freeze the action better because the flash duration will be shorter. Okay, this is not this flash, it is any flash. They all work the same way. If we speak about communication, It uses Wi-Fi 2.4 gigahertz, okay, and it's supposed to go up to 100 meter. I cannot confirm that because I've not been at 100 meter away from this flash. Indoor I've been using it, outdoor up to 10 meters. So normally you don't go that far anyway, but well, let's say up to 100 meters, so I could not check it, okay? When I speak the minimum power and the maximum power, maximum is 1/1, okay, 1/1, and minimum is 1/256 of power. One thing is important, this is non-stop, okay? Important, if your trigger is configured in third, okay, of a stop, it will go down to 1/128. If it's tenth, it will go down to 1/256 of power, okay? But important, it also means that your camera should be set the same way. If I've got it in my hand, it doesn't matter, but you will place that on your camera, so obviously your camera should be in third or in tenth, depending on how low you want to go. Do you need 1/256? It depends. Some people need really a bit of light and not much, so that's the case, yes, you need it. Otherwise, normally you don't need it, okay? It all depends. You have several modes. It can be in manual mode, it can be in TTL mode, but also stroboscopic mode. What is that? Let's say you in the dark room, completely dark, you throw a ball or a dart or whatever, and you want to have the ball several times on the same picture. You put your camera in bulb mode, you throw the ball, and the flash goes, and you see several times. This is called stroboscopic, okay? And you have this mode on this flash, so that's good, okay? If you want, you can use manual mode and TTL mode if your camera is compatible, obviously. You can also use TTL mode and also high sync. High sync, what is that? Let's say your camera flash sync is limited to 1/250th of a second, but you want to put a higher speed, you will get a curtain that will appear in your picture, so you should go high sync. Well, with this, you can go 1/8000th of a second, as long as your camera does it. Obviously, if your camera is limited to 1/4000th of a second, that will be the limit, okay? But otherwise, you can go that far. You can synchronize on first and second curtain. Great. The refresh time, really fast. At minimum power, 1/10th of a second, maximum power 1.2 seconds, which is fairly fast, okay, for that price range. Obviously, we're not speaking about a flash that costs thousands, okay, so that's good. There's one thing, sometimes you're in the dark, you want to make a picture, you cannot see anything, your camera doesn't even want to focus, so you have the option here to switch on a modeling light. Okay, as you can see, this light is 30 watts and the color temperature is 5600 Kelvin. That's really good. Okay, another thing, maybe you don't want to trigger your flash with this. Why? Because you have several flash from different brands and you really use another trigger from another flash, but they're not compatible. Well, you can use this flash as slave. I know now people use another client. I think they call it client, okay? And not slave. And that's good not to use the word slave anymore and master, okay? But it changed a few months ago, a couple of years ago, I'm not sure, okay? So you can use it as a client. It means it will not be triggered by a trigger, but by a flash of another flash unit, okay? So you have two modes. S1, let's say the other flash is in manual mode. When this one detects there is a flash there, it will jump at the same time, okay? It will trigger at the same time. But maybe the other flash is in TTL mode. When you do TTL, you have a pre-flash and then the flash. Although your eyes only see one flash, actually there are two, okay? But this will see the two, so it will jump at the wrong time. It will trigger at the wrong time. So in this case, you put S2, and this flash knows that the pre-flash should not be counted. It should go with the second flash, okay, the main flash, okay? So lightning, I should say, okay? So you have this mode, so S1, S2, that's good. When you want to organize your flashes, you have groups, 5 groups. Let's say I've got 3 units. If I put all of them on the same frequency and the same groups and everything the same, when I change power, it will change power on all the 3 flashes at the same time. They will all work at the same power, and that's not good. It depends what you want to do, but maybe it's not good for you. So you have the option to change different groups, 5. Let's say one flash is in group A, another one is in group B, and the one group C. As you can see, you go from A to E, you have 5 groups, and then I've got each power for each of them. You can actually manage up to 99 flash units, which is massive. I don't think I will ever use that in my life, okay? Then you have 32 channels. What's that for? Let's say someone else is triggering another flash and there are some interferences, or it's the same brand and his trigger actually triggers your flash. Well, you just change the channel and then they won't bother each other. Okay, so that's good. But the battery is not that big. Okay, you can connect directly here the charger. So it means if you're have a spare battery, it could be charging there and another one be here. Okay, the size is fine, it's not too heavy, that's good. And it has 2800 milliamp. It will give you 400 flash actuation at maximum power. Some people will say 400 only. 400 is massive. Unless you're outdoor fighting in the sun and you're at full power, normally you never at full power. You're half power, a quarter, and then it's not 400, it's thousands. Okay, so for me that's fine, perfect. The size, well, the size, I've got a small dilemma here. If we speak about the size of this, that's great, it's flat, it's okay. When you remove the reflector and the bulb, that's small, that's fine. But yeah, the size I can tell you is 18.5 centimeters by 21.2 by 15.4. I can't remember which one I want. I think this was a 21 and this. But that's not that small actually. It looks small, but it's not that small, because when it's all like this, if you want to put in a bag, actually it takes more space than if you had a traditional flash. That would be maybe this width of this, okay? A bit longer, and maybe in a backpack, if you carry that with you, that would be smaller, okay? But otherwise, if you're going to place it in the case that comes with it, yeah, the case is smaller. So yeah, it depends how you set. The weight's 2.24 kilos, that's fine, 2.2, that's really okay. What I love is that you can use the battery, you can use the flash with the battery or connect it to the wall socket. So it means if you're going on location with no power, you use the battery. If you're at home, you simply connect this, but you're not actually using the battery. So that's, for me, that's a good point in favor. Now let's speak about the trigger. The trigger is good, you have everything you need here, that's fine, easy to use, that's good. Okay, you see it properly on the screen, okay, it's really nice, that's okay. Problem, if you use your flash in manual mode, no problem at all, okay? But if you're the guy that wants to use TTL or high sync, then there may be a problem. Why? Because you need to have a trigger that is compatible with your camera brand. You will say, yeah, but like any brand. No, not all of them, but most of them, yes, okay? The problem is this exists only for Canon, Nikon, and Sony. I've got Fujifilm, I've got Olympus, I've got some Sony, okay? But on my Fujifilm, I cannot use it in TTL mode. I picked a Canon trigger because for me the hot shoe is the best, because you have a central point on this, and in manual mode it will work with all my other cameras, but I cannot do TTL or high sync. Is it a problem for me? For me, no, because I never use TTL, I don't like it. Is it a problem not to have a high sync? Not either. Why? Because I don't like high sync. I normally place an ND filter on my lens. Okay, so for me that's no problem. But if you're a person that needs TTL or needs high sync and you don't have a Canon, Sony, or Nikon camera, then that's a problem. That's not for you. Okay, it's important to know it. If we look at the results, I think I really love that they have this small reflector when you want to use it like this, bare, without any softbox. It really pushes ahead power, light. It really reminds me a lot of a Pro Photo system. Okay, that's really nice, I like it. One thing I've observed, okay, I don't show you because it will take hours, we're already speaking a lot now, and is color shift. When you use your flash from full power down to 1/32 of a second, that's fine. When you use from 1/64 power down to 1/256, that's fine. The problem is when you jump from one part to the other, you will notice from 132 to full power or the other end, then you have more magenta tone in your picture or more bluish tone. So if you don't jump this border, that's fine. But if you're all the time going from, let's say, 1/64 of power, and then you go jump to 1/4, then you will notice a difference in color. Is it a problem? Well, it depends. If you jump all the time, or if it's just necessary. If it's just necessary, just pick and change the white balance in post-production, and that's fine. But if you're going to move all the time, up, down, up, down, up, down, that can be a nightmare. It depends what you want to do, okay? That would not stop from buying this, because price is really fair and cheaper than the Godox 400. I think for people who don't have a high budget, this is a great opportunity. And normally it's true that you work or really low light or really higher power, okay? So normally it's rare to jump 1/132 down to 1/64 and then back forward. Well, it depends on each person. I don't know your case, okay? But for me, this flash is a great package. First, I love that you can work connected to a power or on battery. You can do both. I love the packaging. Lately, we see a lot of flashes, even expensive flashes, that don't come with a case. They just come in a box, cardboard, and after it's a problem, because if you're going to use it in a studio always, you set it and that's it. But if you're going to travel or carry it to bring it to location, you need something to properly carry it and protect it. Okay, so I think this is great. There is this case that comes with it. So for me, I never used any Neewer flash before. Many people asked me to review them. Others told me, yes, they're great, they do fine all this, but I didn't want to bother because I already presented so many flashes. But when Neewer told me, Eric, do you want to test it? I said, okay, well, okay, send it, I'll check. And it's been a positive surprise. I think for the price it has and the result it gives, it's recommendable. I think, yeah, it's a nice unit. I also like that they have other units, other flashes that are compatible with the trigger. It means you could set your own or could I call it ecosystem with your lighting. So yeah, I think this is recommendable. So in case you would be interested, I'll leave you a link in the description where you can buy it. So thank you so much, Neewer, for sending me this flash. Thank you to you for watching the video. If you feel it may interest other people, please share it on social networks. If you have not done it yet, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. The small button on here and a small bell. If you click on the bell, you will get notified when I upload a new video. My website, ericgibaud.com. If you have any question, can leave a comment below. I've also activated the member area of my YouTube channel. There I don't speak about gear, I just speak about photography technique. If you want to see exclusive video for members, there's a join button just below. I'll also leave you affiliate links in the description. Please use them, that really helps me. And don't forget that if you buy from Luminar, Neo or Aperty, their software to retouch skins and portrait all this, you get a 10% discount with the code ERIC10. 10% extra on top of any offer they have. So you do save a lot of money and that helps me too. So thank you so much. I'll also leave you my PayPal account in case you wanted to make a donation. Thank you very much. Please take care of yourself and see you soon. Bye.